This is a sequence of what has to be done and all that. That's reading that.
Are you ready for this?
Yes, I'm ready.
He is not willing to do this, okay? But I just put him in a spot, okay? He's saying that you've sent so many people down here to try to do this because you're out of New York. But he cannot deny me. He can deny these, but he can't deny me doing the thing that we talked about to do at the Christian Center. And doing the one at the Christian Center, you have the right to be with me right inside that studio. And that will go on air. And he can't stop it. This is the guy I talked to. And he said to me, oh, there's been nothing but arguments with her over the phone. And
what's that have to do with being on public access when a native comes in? I live here in Pittsfield. I want those shows.
Because he said to me that the ones that he has seen are not, that you do different, I can explain it. You don't do like one place at a time. You're like all over. He was being nasty. He was very nasty. He really, I mean, that's the bottom line that I can say. But he cannot deny us if we do something in Pittsfield community, which means like the Christian Center, going into a church, going into anything in the community here, as long as if we do something in Pittsfield community, which means like the Christian Center, going into a church, going into anything in the community here, as long as I'm in it with you, he can't do nothing.
What does he mean, as long as you are in it with me?
Because I am a Pittsfield resident. I have the right to have you with me, by my side, in that studio.
Well, we don't want to do studio.
This is a sequence of what has to be done and all that. That's reading that.
Are you ready for this?
Yes, I'm ready.
He is not willing to do this, okay? But I just put him in a spot, okay? He's saying that you've sent so many people down here to try to do this because you're out of New York. But he cannot deny me. He can deny these, but he can't deny me doing the thing that we talked about to do at the Christian Center. And doing the one at the Christian Center, you have the right to be with me right inside that studio. And that will go on air. And he can't stop it. This is the guy I talked to. And he said to me, oh, there's been nothing but arguments with her over the phone. And
what's that have to do with being on public access when a native comes in? I live here in Pittsfield. I want those shows.
Because he said to me that the ones that he has seen are not, that you do different, I can explain it. You don't do like one place at a time. You're like all over. He was being nasty. He was very nasty. He really, I mean, that's the bottom line that I can say. But he cannot deny us if we do something in Pittsfield community, which means like the Christian Center, going into a church, going into anything in the community here. As long as I'm in it with you, he can't do nothing.
What does he mean, as long as you are in it with me?
Because I am a Pittsfield resident. I have the right to have you with me, by my side, in that studio.
Well, we don't want to do studio. we want to go to the location, do it at the location.
Mm-hmm.
Studio goes back to the 1990s,
Mm-hmm.
the 1940s, and excuse me, the 1970s.
Mm-hmm.
We want to go on the location to do Christian,
Mm-hmm. Right.
don't we?
Yes.
We want to do it on location.
Mm-hmm. But I think that we, with the Christian Center and stuff like that, then we have them, too, to stand up for us to be able to do it.
Well, what did he say? Go back and... You've got the tape, haven't you? Where's the tape?
He wouldn't let me. He's seen it. He said, no. If you have a tape recorder on you, he said, shut it off.
How did he see it?
Because of my pocket. The way I was standing.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
And he said-
give me the tape recorder, please.
He said, you cannot do that in there.
I don't
Do you know who...
Just recall everything that he said.
He said...
You went in and said... What'd you go in and say?
I said I would like to produce these on the channel up here in Pittsfield, a half an hour a week. And he said, who are you doing this for? And I gave your name. And as soon as I gave your name, he started saying to me that you have sent so many people in here to try to do this, and they have watched some of the broadcasts that you have done out of New York, and that he feels that it's not a CD where you're just talking about one thing or one place. You go in and out with different things. And I says, well, that doesn't make a difference whether she does that or not. I am a Pittsfield resident, and I feel that she's doing a good job, and I feel that I want something like this to go on air for a half an hour. And that's when he started saying to me, well, she's had arguments with me, she's had arguments with people up here. At this point, we don't feel like we can do that. And then I switched around and said, okay, you can't do this, but if I have her with me at a public place up here like the Christian Center, which is a church too, you can't deny us to put that on air. You cannot. But this, because it's out of New York, he has a little bit more pull. But if we do something in Pittsfield with me there, he can't do anything.
Yeah, if you want to do, you've got a camera, you're from Pittsfield, you want to do your own show.
Right. And with her by my side and some of the stuff that she's right, I thought with the one that you did with the church, I thought was wonderful.
Oh, really? Uh-huh.
And I says to him, you can't take 15 minutes right now and pick a couple of those and look at them. He said no. But you know what? Keep his name.
Would you go back and tell him that this is about Pittsfield?
I did tell him.
It is about Pittsfield.
I did tell him.
Well, then what's his argument?
Because he says because you're from New York.
But it's about Pittsfield.
He's giving me a hard time, honey.
Like out of state resident.
Yeah, he is. He goes, there's guidelines. Well, you know
He
what?
has he's not going by... Beg your pardon, he's not going by guidelines. He's going by a prejudice that he has.
That's what I think, too. I agree with that. I do.
Well,
but I don't want to go in there and make a big stink, and then when we go to do this one for the Christian Center,
There's one missing... Oh, yeah, okay, sweet.
No,
okay. And these are about Pittsfield.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're being handed in by a Pittsfield resident, and he's saying no.
Right.
And okay.
Well, he says I talked to him. He says last year he says it was like 7,000 hours of programming. He says he's never rejected anything. Yeah, that's what he told me. So.
But keep his name.
But if you want to get in his
what is
bad
his name
side,
again?
You want to get in the man's
bad
you keep
side. This, okay? I have one.
That's what I'm trying to
you
say.
Keep it.
I don't want to keep it on the bad side because I know that we can do something up here in the churches, in the Christian Center.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the Christian Center. I don't know.
The Christian Center is
story that a show she wants to make up.
Will you go in and give this to Mr. Schaffer? I think he'd be interested in it. We have a center for independent media, and it's just something that being in the business that he might be interested in.
Yeah, I don't
know. Will you take it in?
Yes. I will.
And will you tell him again that these programs are about Pittsfield?
I will do that.
You want to take them again?
I don't know.
Who's that man there? Is that Mr. Schaffer? Okay, what is his motive?
I don't know, but I don't know.
It's too bad she didn't cover up the audio tape.
So, yeah, see what's... I don't know.
Do you want to go in and say anything to him?
I have nothing to say to him at all, really.
He rejected my programs on the fact that they were made in New York.
Yeah, I don't know.
He didn't like the content.
I think he wants in Pittsfield here. If somebody wants to put a show on here, I guess it has to have some link to Pittsfield, I guess.
Well, the shows I handed in were about Pittsfield. They were all Pittsfield people in them.
Yeah, but they're all new because it's a new thing though because you haven't done it here yet. So
what's the law against having a new program?
So well, it has to go through the process, the vetting process or whatever. Send in get the application, fill it out.
I don't even want sarcasm when I handed it to him. He says to me, he goes, "What's this now?" He says to me.
What is his motive?
I don't know. I don't know.
Why is he nasty? All right.
I'm not too sure. But I don't know. I don't know if I can explain. Do you think you have an answer for that one?
I don't know. I don't know nothing about this place. I gotta go on the website and look it up. Look up public access, to put a show on public access.
But you know what I want you to do is when you do it, is to go on there and see.
Because you have to fill all the paperwork and you have to put your name, where you live, what time is your show going to be on. You got to get a time slot.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say that let him go online and figure out what he can find out. But in the meantime, let's start. Excuse me, my stomach is going. Let me get a hold of the Christian Center and see if we can set something up
next Wednesday.
Because I'm going to say to you, with that situation, because you have done some of your CDs with children, you will be able to still be able to say and do what you really want on that CD from the Christian Center because there's children there also. So you're going to have. Okay, he's saying that he doesn't want scattered things on the CD. Well, guess what? We're not going to do that. We're going to do
scattered things.
He's saying you do too much on a CD. You go through too much different things on one CD. So what we're going to do to blow him away is we're going to do half of the CD children and half of what the programs are in Pittsfield for the Christian Center, what the Christian Center offers, but also what you feel could be offered to them kids, like you have on that one. How will he like that now? We can switch it.
I think that's a good plan.
But I'm going to keep this because I'm going to talk to Cindy at the Christian Center, and I'm going to...
Wednesday. Set it up for Wednesday.
Okay.
I got 2 appointments. We got 2 hours. Let's see. 11 o'clock is Mr. Moon, and 1 p.m. is Dottie. So could you set it up some other time?
Okay. What time do you want to do it?
Well, we could do...
do you have a pen?
Why, sure. Be my guest.
When do you want to do it for?
Next Wednesday or something.
Okay, Wednesday.
Could we do it, at 3 o'clock? Is that too late?
That's what I'm thinking is too late because I think a lot of...
All right. Can we do it at 9 o'clock?
That would be better. That would be better.
Okay, Greg, 9 o'clock? You're getting to my place at 8. We'll get here at 9.
Next Wednesday, right? All right.
And I would like to, would you give Greg the directions?
To the Christian Center?
As we come in from Route 20.
Okay. The best way for me to describe it to you is like I described to her earlier, is do you know where you guys went at the Lantern?
Okay, go to the Lantern.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're coming up North Street, before you get to the Lantern, at that set of lights, you're going to bear right.
What's on the corner, honey?
On the corner there, you're going to go straight down. You're going to see the Hot Dog Ranch, which is...
No, what's on the corner of North and...
it's called North and Linden.
It's called what?
Linden Street.
North and Linden, okay.
Yeah. You're going to, like I said, if you're coming up North Street, before you get to where the Lantern is, you're going to bear right. You're going to go straight down past the Hot Dog Ranch. You're going to go through a set of lights. You're going to continue going down, and on your left-hand side is called Robbins Avenue. And that's where the Christian Center is.
And what's the address?
I don't know. I don't know if it's right on the corner. You'll see it. It'll say Christian Center.
It's in the corner of Robbins and Linden?
Yes. Yep.
All right. And that would be 9 a.m.
Yep.
October 7.
Yep.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay, we'll go down there and videotape it. And you'll be in it, right?
Yes, I will.
And I'll be in it. And it'll be a chat with Glendora. And you will hand it in, right?
God, he was...
What is his motive?
I don't know, but I was like...
You know, he's acting like he's got a little fiefdom here, right?
Yeah, it's like...
Got a little kingdom here.
You want to know what I wanted to say and I didn't? I wanted to say to him, are you prejudiced?
Yeah.
And then if he turned around and looked at me and said, what do you mean by prejudice? Because prejudice obviously can mean several different things. It could be your prejudice towards black people or Spanish people. But that's not what I was trying to say to him. You know, I wanted to say to him, you know, same thing, what is your motive? What is it, how hard is it for him to take a half an hour, even, you know, let's say that he didn't even want to agree to a half an hour a week. Even if he agreed to even 2 half an hours a month, why not give it a chance?
You haven't given it a show, he hasn't seen it.
Right, why not give it a chance to have all these people that are up here, we're going to bear right here, all these people up in Pittsfield be able to call in and say what wonderful your show was. Do you agree?
Yeah, good. Yes, I do.
And I mean, he's not even given that the opportunity.
He just...
And then I wanted to say to him, how do you expect to put children's shows on your TV station when, to me, you're not giving it a chance? He doesn't know what your tapes are all about or CDs are all about.
Yeah, he does it without even screening them. He wouldn't even look at them.
No, that's what I asked him. I said, you can't take a couple minutes right now? I said to him, it doesn't look like you're too busy.
And he said, she's had arguments with other people.
Yeah, you've had arguments.
Wouldn't it have been nice for him to say, oh, who?
Yeah.
Whom has she had arguments with?
Are you going to be able to do that for me today, honey?
Not 50, honey, because we didn't accomplish it.
But it's not like I didn't try, honey.
No, you tried.
And I'm not going to stop trying. But I had told you that I called the landlord and already told her that I would give her that, though.
Well, but you shouldn't have done that.
So are you going to be, you're going to try to be for the Christian Center too, right?
Am I going straight or
yeah, straight. No, we're going to go a different way now.
Can you sign a receipt for me for 25?
Yes.
Here's 25. And I'll give you the book to sign the receipt. Okay, sweetie.
Right.
And I'll see you next Wednesday. And at 9 o'clock. And we'll videotape. And Greg will be on camera.
Audi. I used to own an Audi. Many years ago.
Where is it, baby?
My Audi?
No, where's your receipt?
I write it right down at the bottom.
Let's see,
I just said that you gave me $25 for going to Warner Cable trying to do what we just did for the CDs.
For helping her with
the CDs.
The cable TV.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Would you put the date on it, please?
Yeah. What's today's date?
And the time. And the time is 2.
So I'm gonna go left or right.
We're going to bear
250.
left.
All right, yeah, I know
Today is September what?
29 at 2:50 p.m. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll get home just in time to help with with the elderly services.
No, they're not coming till 4.
Right.
It's only 10 to 3.
Where are we going now?
We're taking you where you want to go.
Oh, okay.
You want me to drop you off at your corner?
Yes. I'll show you where it is. I just minded my own business.
This is good.
Did he just give you a peace sign?
Yes. Isn't that nice?
Yes, it was.
What building is that? That great big building?
This used to be the jail, but now it's a juvenile hall where if kids get in trouble, that's where they go. Like if they get in trouble in school and stuff.
Where is the jail now?
It's up by the Berkshire Mall. Stop here, and you're gonna bear left.
I know, right? I recognize a good post. So am I gonna go right out here?
No, you're gonna go straight up. You're gonna go straight up this street. And I'm doing this so this way you guys can go.
And what is this building?
It's a Goodwill.
The Goodwill store. It's not a store. It's where
Right
they.
across from the ice cream place.
This whole great big building?
Yeah. And I can get off at this corner, and I'm going to show you. Then you can bear. If I get off right here, see this is First Street. That's where I live. The yellow buildings.
Right here, this yellow building in front of us?
Yep.
Now you get
Yeah. I'm going to get out here, and then you can. What you do is you bear right here at the set of lights. Bear left, and you're going to go right back up the way I showed you. Okay, Glendora, we're going to talk.
All right, I'll talk to you very soon.
Okay, sweetie.
Thank you.
You're welcome, honey.
Take it easy. He's coming down. So this Bianchi, he won the election there. The Bianchi.
He
guy?
came in first.
Came in first.
And what tree is this, Greg?
This is South 7 at the Berkshire Medical Place. Let's look at this stop sign there.
And we're going to the laundromat next to the senior center.
All right.
And we're going to get a picture of that cactus. this is what street?
This is like north, I guess.
Yep, this is north. How was your sandwich?
It was pretty good. It was good.
Senior center, laundry, parking space.
Okay. Okay.
This is a cactus that was brought to the owners of the laundromat, and the cactus at the time was only 3 or 4 inches tall. That was 11 years ago, and look at the cactus now. Does the cactus blossom? I wonder if the cactus blossoms. Do you blossom? Do you have blossom? Certainly do grow well.
You know, I thought it did, but you might check with Pam. I think it has.
A customer here says that she thinks it has blossomed. And what are these? These are sort of flowers coming out of here, Greg. But I just think it's wonderful. And look at the size of the pot they gave him. And they only give it they only water it once a week. Isn't it wonderful? You never change your opinion here. It has a book.
Yeah.
Folks, we've been given a piece, and we're going to grow a little cactus.
I can't wait to use them. I never talked about it.
There it goes.
It's a prickly cactus. It's a coulier. Beset with prickles.
Okay.
And let's go over here, Greg. I'm going to show the people the pot.
Go ahead.
You have a new home. You're going to be like your mother. In 11 years, you're going to be 7 feet tall. What's your name, Cactus? What are we going to name you? Let's see. We could name you Carlos.
It's gotta get some roots and all that.
Yeah, and look at this little piece coming out of here already. Thank you. Thank you, Sharpie Pen. Okay.